Now recording.
Real trap shit. Yeah. Yeah, so we actually recorded an episode Thursday. It's now Saturday. There were some technical difficulties. And now here we are again trying to come up with a new conversation on the fly. Merely days, hours even after the
no, I
first
have
one.
to talk to Sunny again.
Yeah, I know, but
It
there
pains
hasn't been
me.
a week in between with like happenings. Like it's just it's been 2 days.
Dude.
Like motherfucker, I watered my plants and I went to work and now I'm here again.
Speaking of trap shit, there's trap remixes for everything that possibly exists ever. Like Encanto came out, and there's fucking 10 billion trap remixes. And I'm like, why? A lot of people are listening to it, including me, because it popped up on my shit. But like, who's really looking for Encanto fucking trap remix? You know what I mean?
That's funny as hell. Dude, should we show the world that fucking accident that I made on that sequencer?
Can you?
Well, I mean, like, I can share my screen. Do you have it capturing desktop audio?
Yeah, it'll capture whatever's playing on my desktop. I'll have to just look.
Here. It's fine.
Show us Dewey. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me
This shit is mad funny. I made it on
out.
accident.
Share it. Let's see it.
All right.
Fucking fire though.
It's so ridiculous. Like I accidentally made most of that, and I was like, okay. The only thing that was deliberate really is the drum beat. Everything else was just kind of like, oh, here we go. This sounds okay.
Oh man, you were messing around with that. Was it just yesterday we were talking?
Yeah, I was trying to recreate "Come As You Are" by Nirvana on there. I got really far too.
You did something and then you were like, oh yeah, by the way, I don't know how to read music, and I'm like, I don't fucking believe you, because that was actually pretty good.
Yeah, no, I don't know how to read music for real. Like
God.
the only thing I can tell you about a musical staff is all cars eat gas.
Is that one of them? God, there's so many now. I don't even.
I think that's the spaces in the bass clef.
Well, the bass clef and the treble clef have similar spacing. Like an A and a C are going to be the same amount apart, no matter which clef you're on. You know what I mean? So that all that really teaches you is like which notes are line notes and which ones are space notes in between.
I know, but like that's the extent of my musical knowledge. Like I have no,
okay, yeah,
at least when it comes to sheet music.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I do everything else by ear.
It's pretty good, man. I mean, I have a lot of experience reading music because choir and trumpet and clarinet will do that to you, but and then I got used to bass clef for a while because they were like, you're gonna sing bass this year, and I'm like, all right, cool, and I'm fucking all right.
I wish I had like a powerful bass voice. That'd be nice.
Man, so puberty was weird. That's a weird segue, but for real, like 8th grade.
Hey man, puberty was weird, man.
8th grade, I'm all, and then 9th grade, I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck is going on? And then like,
hey guys, you want to play some baseball?
Yeah. And progressively, my voice just got higher and higher, and then this is the happy medium, maybe.
Okay, so I'm not a fan of kids, right? I don't like kids for the most part. I don't predominantly. My brother married into a family with, she already had 2 kids and they had a kid together, and he had a kid before, so now they have 4 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Her oldest kid, I think he's like 14 now. But so before Thanksgiving, I hadn't seen him in a couple months.
Mm-hmm.
And I go back home for Thanksgiving and going to visit. And I walk in and he's okay. Keep in mind, this kid's like 4 foot fucking tall.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like 14. But I walk in and he was like, "Hey, Sonny, do you have the new Pokemon game?"
What the fuck?
And I was like, "Hey, did you hit puberty yet?"
Similar story. My older sister moved out when I was like 11 or 12, and I hadn't hit puberty yet, to go to college. She came back to visit like a year or two later. I was like a freshman. I was in eighth grade. No, I was like a freshman in high school because eighth grade my voice hadn't changed yet. And she's like, "Hey Nate," and I'm like, "Sup?" And she was like, "What the fuck?" She didn't say what the fuck, but she looked at me like, oh my god," and I'm like, "Yeah, look what you did to
Dude,
me."
someone sent me a video. Man, it had to have been a couple years back.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a video that one of my friends took of me when I was like 14,
Mm-hmm.
and I was trying. I think I mentioned this in a previous episode, but I was always trying to do that jackass stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And one of my friends dared me to like try to just swallow an egg, like without the
Dude,
shell, like
that's
crack
not.
the egg and swallow it.
Ew.
And I was like, okay. So so
What the fuck?
I got into my shower just in case I like projectile vomited, it would be easy to clean up.
Mhm,
But got into my shower, cracked the egg, and I was talking in this video of him, like he recorded me trying to eat this egg.
mhm.
And in when I was 14, my voice was like a whole register higher. Like it
Yeah.
was way up here. I was like, I go, oh my god, when did I actually like? Because I was singing bass notes at that time. Like I
Yeah.
had to have unlocked something deep into me when I was singing like that.
Hey guys,
Because
my name's Sunny Says Stuff, and I'm gonna eat an egg. Welcome to
no,
Fuck Ass.
I didn't have the Sunny Says Stuff thing then. Actually, at that
well,
time, I
well,
was going by.
I just used it in lieu of like your actual full legal name because I didn't want to do that to you.
Yeah, it's all good. So at that time, I was going by the nickname the Burrito.
I'm the burrito, and you're about to get wrapped. What the
Actually,
fuck?
okay, so I've had a few nicknames. I didn't have a nickname until I was like 13. Because my name is a nickname,
Hmm.
unfortunately. Like my legal name is what people would use for a nickname.
That's facts. That's fair. I get that.
And then uh yeah, so I got the Burrito was after. Okay, so my first nickname it was Subway,
Hmm.
because the joke was it's 6 inches on a good day. And then my second nickname,
What the fuck?
it was just dumb. I was like, I was venting to a friend that I've never had a nickname, so he started calling me Subway.
Mhm.
And I started playing basketball, and at that time I was like the tallest kid on the team, but I didn't have any basketball knowledge. And what's funny is I'm not a tall guy. I'm like 5'8", 5'9",
Mhm.
and I was that tall when I was in 7th grade, and everyone else was 5'2" still. So I had a good 7 inches on everybody at that time.
Damn. I ain't never
Um,
had 7 inches in my entire life.
shit, me either. Not even when I asked nicely.
Ask nicely.
But no, and then
What do
so
you?
I didn't have any basketball IQ,
Uh-huh.
and my coach at the time called me meathead, which is like, I get it, but it's
Uh-huh.
also kind of like, I wasn't a fan of the name, but once I started playing well and understood the game, he was like, he just shortened it to meat. He was like, hey, meat. So I had a nickname then, but then my first real nickname that I went by for a while was the Burrito, and that
Mhm.
was because I was hanging out with my sister, and I was being stupid, and I think what we were trying to do is I had wrapped myself up in one blanket, and there was
Mhm.
another series of blankets on the ground, so I just kept rolling into them to the point where I had like 3 blankets wrapped around me. It was like a solid 9-inch thickness all the way around me,
Never had that
and then we
either.
just kept wrapping myself in blankets until it was super thick.
Dude.
And then I was like, "Oh, I'm like a little sunny boy burrito," and then they started calling me the Burrito.
Did I tell you about my living room wrestling escapades?
Yes, you did,
Yeah.
and
Did I say it? Have I talked about it on the podcast though?
Yes.
Good, good. The back of my head still hurts really bad remembering like what happened. I'm just thinking of like childhood shit that never goes away.
Yeah, I've been re-listening to all the podcast episodes just to refresh my memory on what we've talked about.
Mhm.
So that way there's not like repeat points. But
Yeah, like
yeah, we
my
talked
name is
about
Sonny
that.
says stuff. That's a repeat point, bro. Stop telling people your name. We get it.
You know what else is a repeat point?
What?
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
You were getting very sleepy.
Can I stop you for a minute?
Welcome back to Milktown. That's a repeat point.
That is a repeat point. I agree.
And now, if Nate has done his cinematic magic,
yeah,
you can see me.
it's like a sham wow. I'm gonna
Watch this. You're gonna love my video. Zucchini, linguine, fettuccine, martini, bikini.
Milktown.
No! Surprise guest, Frosty here.
Frosty. Frosty is my musician, but you didn't lock Milktown well enough. You're letting people break in now. It's a lawless area.
I had no idea. That's all right. That's funny.
Is he still here? Because
he's muted. I can see his mic is off.
I have you in the full screen, and I'm like,
that's so funny though.
You know, the funny thing was that he very subtly beat booped me. Like he gave me like a Discord ping because we were talking about music stuff, and he was like, "Oh shit, bro, I was asleep." So
we were all sleeping. Oh, and now he's gone. Don't feel bad, Frosty.
We gotta have him on for real at some point.
Yeah, for real. That's bad funny. He said, "My bad, forget I was there."
My mic isn't working, or else I would have said hi. Well, I'm glad he doesn't feel bad. That's good.
No, it's all good. Frosty's a homie. I didn't realize I didn't have a secured channel here. That's so funny.
Well, by the time we do the next episode, it will be. So nobody try any funny business. You won't show up anyway because you're not on my OBS. So
that's kind of funny for real, though.
What?
Like, what if we did an episode like that where we just let random people come in? Like, not random people, but like people that are in the Discord come in and just talk for a minute.
Milktown has open border policy, everyone's allowed.
It's true, unless of course you are a fuckboy.
Or a bigot or any of that shit.
It's true.
We drink respect people juice. That's a repeat point that's worth repeating, by the way.
That's true. That's true.
I said that on stream last night. My heart skipped a beat because Sonny was lurking in my stream the whole time yesterday. Didn't realize. Mans was in the background. Like I was like, oh, the support. Maybe it's support.
Riku.
But yeah, we are on the video. Clap clap. On the video.
Yes,
clap,
it's true.
It's true. It's damn true.
Yeah, I was talking with Nate. Oh, go ahead, buddy.
I should have brought some Yoo-Hoo and just like banged it together. I still got to do that for the charity, but it's not gonna be Yoo-Hoo. It's gonna be like actual milk. But
I got wild cherry peppers.
Nice, dude. Nice.
Yeah.
I got red Raidergate. Raidergate is good.
Dude, yeah, so I was talking with Nate this week because we knew we were going to be transitioning to video.
Yeah.
And I was like, buddy, I don't have any cool shirts. Like, I really don't.
In my brain, I'm like, that's what he's worried about? His shirts?
Yeah, no, because I honestly, in my head, I'm thinking, I'm always looking for a joke, right? Like, it's not like me trying to force a joke. I just like having jokes readily available to just bust out.
Jokes are like farts. If you force it, it's shit.
It's true. So my thought process was, also like shirts are a good advertisement for things that you like.
Hmm.
And I've always been an advocate for not just trying to like fit into the trends. Like realistically, one of my longest lasting friends from college I met strictly because I was wearing a shirt that he
Hmm.
had an interest in.
Huh.
I was wearing it was a it was a remake of the Jack Daniels logo,
Hmm.
but it had Jack Torrance from The Shining on it, and it said Jack Torrance's Red Rum.
I would have talked to you too. That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, and he was like, "That's an incredible shirt," and I was
Hmm.
like, "Thanks, man." And I was like, "This is where I got it." And then after that, like, he's still my buddy. Actually, he's an actor now. He lives in Burbank, and he's been in some like short films and stuff. He's trying to
Nice.
do it. I'm proud of him. My buddy Connor.
Nice. Shout out to Connor. What's up?
Yeah, dude. I'd love to have Connor on at some point. He's funny as hell, and he's handsome. God damn it, he's handsome.
Wow. Who were we saying? Oh, we were saying Rhett and Link were really handsome.
Yeah,
We were talking about that on the deceased episode. We're gonna call it the deceased episode. And then
I wrote down the name that we were gonna name it.
oh, did you? Nice.
Mhm.
I'm gonna refer to it from now on as deceased episode, and then like for a Halloween special, we're gonna do like special effects, and it'll just be that.
That's funny. All right, here's the real question. Do I continue to wear my monster hat
Mm-hmm.
or do I put on my fancy hat?
Hmm. Options, options.
Am I frozen?
You froze for a minute, but it was really funny because you were holding the other hat, and then it just snapped, and you were like back to where you were. So it wasn't like a glitch effect freeze. It was just like a pop. Speaking of pops, I could show off mine. Happy Pride Month. This is Pride. Michael Michael Moose, who is cool.
Which is so ironic.
Isn't it?
God damn
You
it.
look so disappointed.
You know what sucks though is like I have to be careful attacking media conglomerates
Uh-huh.
because that's what I want to do.
You want it to be your job, so sometimes you just shut
It's
your mouth.
true. Like I want to be on a fucking remake of Recess at some point. So
Recess. Oh my god. Recess was good. The Proud Family was good. Remember
actually,
when
I don't know if I could be in children's cartoons yet
would mean
because
yet.
I don't have the ability to make my voice sound childlike.
Maybe he's right. Riku.
Like
I don't know, man.
I think I did a TikTok on my TikTok that was like me trying to do it and it didn't sound right. It sounded too
Was it one of
forced.
those like rapid fire voice acting things?
Yeah, I did a lot of the voice acting
Yeah, those are
challenges.
those are fun. Um,
Someone Crimson Lance sent me one that he wanted me to try. I haven't done it yet.
I gotta talk to him. It's been a while. Or raid into. I used to raid into Crimson Lance a lot.
Yeah.
Was he our first guest? He was our
He
first
was our
guest, I
first
think.
guest.
Yeah.
Episode 3, Virginity Sword.
We still gotta have Mario on at some point. The
I was
virginity sword is
talking
all his fault.
Yeah. I was talking with my best friend and I was like, "Man, I think it would be really funny to do an alternate like a multiverse episode of Milktown
We just
where it
grab our
was
best friends and push them
where
in
it was
there.
yeah, where it was Mario and Andrew hosting and we weren't even a part of the episode."
That would be. Could we pull that off, though? Is the question.
Um I think it could be done.
Yeah.
The question is how entertaining would it be?
I think it'd be fucking hilarious.
Because I think it would also be a fun social experiment because you and I are so similar. I
Mhm.
wonder how our best friends would interact independently of us.
Oh God, I'm thinking of Mario. Just fucking dude. I want to play more Jackbox just to see what else Mario has, like as far as ideas for problem solving. I don't remember what that game
Oh,
was called still, but
Talking Points?
Talking Points. Was it Talking
Wait,
Points?
no, Talking Points
Talking
was the
Points is the
TED Talk one.
slideshow. Yeah, TED Talk. It's the other. It's like the invention, whatever. Anyway, I'm waiting for like, cause you get to come up with the problems too. So I just want to be like, I'm choking on a jelly bean, and I'm wondering if Mars is gonna be like, have you tried transcending to the great beyond and just accepting it? Like, he has such
So
straightforward answers that are like,
speaking of Jackbox, I sat down and I actually figured out what my new stream schedule will be. I think
yo,
it'll be really manageable. So, um, every Monday, 9 p.m. my time, I'm gonna be streaming GeoGuessr
okay,
for like an hour or so. On the second Wednesday of each month, so once a month, I'm gonna be doing tier lists for stuff we talk about in the podcast.
nice,
Alternating Fridays. So this is one thing will happen every other week, the next thing will happen the weeks between.
gotcha.
Alternating Fridays, one Friday or 2 Fridays out of the month, I'm going to be doing scary movie watch parties with like poorly rated scary movies.
Yo, I'm with it.
And then the other Fridays, I'm going to be doing I have written down is Jackbox, but I think I'm just going to be doing audience participation style games.
Okay. Are you gonna get on Kahoot real quick and test us on some rapid fire facts? Are
I
you?
could. Dude, I think it would be really funny too. Um, I have friends that are still like into trivia too.
Mm.
And I've been watching a lot of Smosh recently, and I've been feeling not challenged enough trivia wise. And I think it would be really funny to put me through like a trivia challenge.
Strip trivia.
Because, okay, I don't know if I've talked about this, but there are many different names for the organization that I was a part of. People call it Academic Team. Other people call it Quiz Bowl. I've heard
Oh,
it called
Quiz Bowl,
Scholar
yeah.
Bowl, Trivia Bowl,
I get you.
Trivia Team. Like there's lots of different names for
I
it.
know
But the
Quiz Bowl.
governing, yeah,
Hmm.
the governing organization. There are two, but the main one is NAQT. Um, I did Quiz Bowl for 6 years in middle and high school. So I did it from 7th grade to my senior year. And in high school, I went to state 3 times. And the year that we didn't go to state, we skipped state to go to nationals in Atlanta, Georgia. So, yeah, pretty good at trivia, but it's been a while.
I'm not in any of those types of things. Not because I don't have the capacity for it, but because I didn't want to do it. I accidentally my way into a senior award. So the senior awards at my school, like you got a whole thing in the mail that was like, come to the auditorium on this day, you're getting a senior award. I couldn't think of what the fuck I got it for because I didn't do anything, man. Like, and Mario actually got one too. It was for MMA class actually. So, but I couldn't think of anything, and like I thought they had accidentally sent me the invite because I didn't get called up till the very end after everybody else did. But it was like, oh, valedictorian, academic achievement, like yeah, physical education, singing, all that shit, and I'm like, dude, I'm not in anything with Spanish. I tried really hard in my Spanish class, and I guess it
Oh.
paid off. Like I unintentionally got the senior award, but I was the only one on stage for it, so I was like, I guess I'm gonna just bow now, and everybody started fucking laughing, and they ate it up, and they loved it. It was fucking funny.
Para Espanol,
Yeah.
mi amigo.
So I know how to accidentally my way into things like this podcast.
It's true.
It happens.
But yeah, I've been thinking of like different ideas for stuff that we could do for episodes. I don't want to go into too much detail on them because some of them are like real winners, and we've talked about that, and we want to do those things.
So we're still gonna wear the cheese dress then. Like I'm gonna wear the Swiss, and the holes are gonna be around my nipples, and yeah, we still
Yeah,
on for okay, perfect.
yeah, dude.
I know you were lurking last night, but I found a product of the Cheeto variety, and on the label, it's like they're like pepper shaped Cheetos.
Okay.
And so they were like $2. They were on sale. I'm like, they must not be very good. They're like, this is the hottest Cheeto we've ever made. Like on the bottom corner, it says, and I quote, hottest ever product in the Frito-Lay portfolio in the United States. So I brought them on stream and I was like, yo, I'm gonna eat them every time somebody redeems it. They didn't they weren't they didn't taste that different. Yeah, like if you stack a bunch of them up and eat them, yeah. But like one? Eh.
Oh, they're just cumulatively hot.
Correct. Yeah, I hate that word. Cumulative.
Cumulonimbus.
That's a cloud.
Cloud. Maybe he's right.
God damn it. I knew you were gonna
Oh man, speaking of Japanese characters, I am wearing my Street Fighter shirt
You
right now.
are.
This is Ryu.
He's also a Smash character. Which is
How about
neat.
that?
I was thinking of since you just said maybe he's right. I was like, man, when I die, there's this meme. It's a Kingdom Hearts meme, and it's all like, when I die, make sure Donald and Goofy are there to lower my coffin, so they could let me down one last time. And I was like, that's fucked up.
That's funny.
But actually, I've been playing Kingdom Hearts, and Donald's been saving my ass, man. Like, I don't know what changed, but he's been saving my ass. Like, I've been almost dead several times, and Donald's like, and then fucking, I'm healed. So, oh
Okay.
man.
So I have never played Kingdom Hearts. You guys were talking about Kingdom Hearts in episode 3. I've been re-listening to episode 3 and 5 specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys were talking about Kingdom Hearts. Unfortunately, I did catch the spoiler that you guys were talking about there because I edited the podcast. So,
Oh shit! Did we spoil it for you?
well, I mean, it's not that I cared enough to
Okay.
even like knowing it doesn't ruin it for me. You didn't spoil like plot points of the games or anything. I just now know that Sora is unalive. So
Oh, because I was saying, yeah, he's the only person on the Smash roster right now who is
canonically dead. Yes.
Yeah.
No big deal. But like I said, I've never played through Kingdom Hearts. The farthest I've gotten is I made it to the Alice in Wonderland level.
Oh, that's like the first one.
Yeah.
But it's a fun one. It's a good one.
I made it to that level, and then I got stuck because I used a potion and I couldn't find another one. So I'll probably wind up restarting the game at some point, and I think it would be funny because I know you play Kingdom Hearts, Frusty plays Kingdom Hearts.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be funny to have like one of you two on a call with me while I'm playing Kingdom Hearts because I don't know anything about the game.
You might need it because I needed some of the members of Friday Night Frights ended up coming on and helping me because I got stuck. I got stuck in Little Mermaid fucking Atlantica bullshit. And it's always some arbitrary thing that you're not really looking at, but it's there.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, all right. I got some disappointing news, by the way.
What's that?
Naughty Dog, instead of like working on a new IP or anything interesting, they're remaking The Last of Us.
The first one?
Yeah. And I'm like, why? For what?
It's only like what, 8 years old?
I'm like, dude, you're pissing me off. Give me a new Jack and you're pissing me off. Whatever, man. Like all
Jesus Christ, man.
I feel like the CEO of Naughty Dog is fucking Shadow the Hedgehog, with how much.
Well, okay, so
they're like,
no. Here's the deal, man. So I mean, it kind of makes sense because PlayStation recently announced that they're already working on the next gen. They're working on the PlayStation 6.
What? Oh, God, finish what you got going on.
My thing about it is, it's been so hard to get a 5. And that's because like there's a chip shortage, so they can't get a hold of the chips to make them. So it would make sense because they're not making money on it and they're already discontinuing the 4. They announced that they're not going to make any more. They're not going to be producing much more content for the 4. They're going to try to force people into a 5.
Good luck, because I'm already got a PC, bro. You got me fucked up. Like,
you're not going to catch me giving up my PS4.
No,
I love my
fucking
PS4.
Love my PS4. It's good.
It's a damn near perfect console.
Yeah,
I think. I love the PS4. But with that being said, if that's the case where the 5 and the 6 are going to be so hard to get, I am worried about the future of Sony gaming.
Yeah, they're I don't know what they're up to, man. They're pissing me off. Is what they're doing. They
Because I'm
haven't
not
been
a
good since the PS2. That's not true. They
I'm
had
not
some
a
good PS3 and 4 stuff, but ugh,
dude, I'm not a big fan of Xbox in general. I was a fan of the 360. I think the 360 was a damn good console. So much so that I want to get one now.
I didn't like the user interface on the 360. But
It was a little convoluted, but it also really wasn't terrible.
hmm,
If you look at it now, like it's pretty similar to a lot of things, like in terms of like how I think it's like okay, so when you're playing a game and you have to pull up the Xbox menu and you hold down the button,
hmm.
I think the menu makes more sense than what the PS4 has going on now.
Okay. Yeah, I like I said, I didn't really own any. I just when I go over to my friend's house, I'm like, how the fuck do you even? Because, uh, but now that I have a PC, it's like Xbox releases are coming this way anyway. Like I don't
Yeah.
really have to worry about it. In a sense, I own every brand that I need to keep streaming if I want to. So,
Yeah. I just my thing is I genuinely I like Sony, man. Like I like their product. I've liked them since the PS2. I loved my PS3.
mhm.
It got so much use that my PS3 did.
Yeah,
So
everybody's PS3 craps out from use.
like it was awesome. And the only thing I didn't like about the PS3 was the controller.
Yeah, felt kind of cheap. It felt like a what's the knockoff brand of controllers? Who makes those? It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember.
Rock candy?
No, but they are a third party one. I guess that would work. But I wanted to say Tiger Electronics, but no, they just make the stupid shitty handhelds like the Crash Bandicoot
Oh.
handheld and stuff. Mad Catz controllers, Mad Catz controllers. Yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah. That's how the PS3, the DualShock felt for the PS3 because they were doing like the six axis and then they were like, people hate it. I guess we got to do a DualShock 3.
Oh
So
dude, did I tell you that I recently got to play Tony Hawk's Underground 2 again?
how is it?
I still love that game, man.
I was streaming it for everybody and the file got corrupted. So
Underground 2 or Underground?
two.
Okay.
I've streamed both of them before, but I was streaming two. We were almost to the end, and it fucking froze, and now the file corrupted. So I got to start over again.
I was playing that game with some friends. We had like kind of a 2008 style like guys night where we got
Yeah,
together and
we
we
all
had
sit
like
around the
junk food and
TV.
shit and we were
Yeah.
playing Um we played Tony Hawk's Underground 2. That being said, I'm still really impressed with what they did with that game, especially the GameCube version.
Hmm.
Um like the facial modeling is really it's not terrible. Like the lip syncing and everything. Granted, it's not good. That game came out in like 2004,
Hmm.
something like that,
Yeah.
2005.
Yeah.
It's not good by today's standards, but it's still impressive. Um,
And Kingdom Hearts, meanwhile, still can't get their lip syncing. They just now got it together in like Kingdom Hearts 3. Like, it's always been so bad. Kingdom Hearts.
well, it's a Japanese game, yeah.
I know, but eh.
It's hard to be mad about watching a game translate to another language.
I'm mad anyway because I'm a snob.
That just seems that seems unnecessarily salty to be mad about that.
No, it helps me because I have a tremendous amount of lag in my capture card, so I could just be like, "Oh, the Kingdom Hearts lip syncing's always like that." So really, it's not a huge
I don't know anyone that if you're a person that like fucking nitpicks shit like that, get out. I don't want to talk to you.
leaves call. No, I'm kidding.
It's a video game. Like it's
I don't
not
know.
real
I
life.
was just pointing out lip syncing in PS2 games that was like notoriously whoa. It's one of the things people
E-
bring up.
Even now, dude, like not even now. In real life, you can make it look like your lips don't match your voice. Like, do you guys get mad about ventriloquists?
Jeff Dunham, I got a bone to pick with you.
Like, god
He's the
damn
only
it, man.
ventriloquist I know. Are there any other famous ones that are like really, really up there?
Probably.
I gotta know.
Probably. I don't run in those circles, so I don't know.
You're telling me you don't run with a bunch of dummies? You do a podcast with me.
Oh, now you guys get to see me lift my foam that blocks my keyboard
Yeah.
sound.
Are you looking for other
If you just type
ventriloquists?
in, yeah, if you type in famous ventriloquist, it's just Jeff Dunham. Excuse me.
He's the Michael Jordan of his trade. That's funny.
Terry
But
Fator, David Strassman, Paul Zerdin, Nina Conti, Jay Johnson, Mark Wade, Taylor Mason, Lynn Trefsker, Tom Crowell.
nope.
There's a handful of famous
You
ventriloquists.
lost me on all of those. I can't tell you what a single person looks like out of that crowd, but go on then. Oh, man. So that's Naughty Dog and what they're doing. Nintendo, I'm waiting for that Twilight Princess release. Thanks. I'm waiting to. Yeah, no, I just want to play Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess again. I have it for the Wii, but I don't want to play on the Wii. I want to play on my Switch.
I am waiting for the release of the Milktown Arcade Fighter.
When's that coming out?
See, it's June. Never.
I'm like, don't check your calendar like we have an actual date for that. You're gonna make
No,
people
man.
excited.
If this podcast blows up in the next 4 months and we get monetized on YouTube, maybe it could be an option.
Yeah.
Like within the next year or so. But yeah. As of right now, indefinite. Indefinite. I also think it would be funny if we included our guests as roster players.
For sure, the guests, and then
Like if Bomb Solomon came on,
Dude.
and his special was like shapes that he
it was
shoots
just
out of his
fucking
hand, and
T spinning the whole time. Everybody gets T spinned off the damn screen.
yeah,
Yeah.
Crimson Lance comes on, and he's just got like a gigantic lance that pops out.
And we all know what it means.
Yeah, now we do.
I already told you what I think yours would be.
Yeah, you
Kicking a
mentioned
burger
it, yeah.
like a fucking soccer player.
Yeah, I think that would be fun. And we talk about this a little bit in this Dead episode that we do plan on releasing at some point, so I don't want to double up on the stuff that we talked about there, even though it was
true.
merely hours ago.
It did feel that was really quick. You're right. Merely hours. I'm waiting for also a new Spyro to come out. So now they're rumoring a new Crash, and everybody's like nutting in their pants. He didn't get announced when he was supposed to. I don't think we're getting a new one of either of those until a long time from now. I'm so tired of like fucking YouTubers being like, "Oh, here it comes. Here's the next rumor. Here it comes." Like, fucking don't give me leaks, man. Like, I don't fucking care. Like,
Yeah. Dude, I keep getting these news alerts on my actual like news page on my browser for like movie trailers that don't exist.
what?
Like they'll be like fuck, like let me just think of an example. What's coming out in the next year. They'll be like Black Panther 2 trailer, and then you click on it and it's just like clipped movies from like clips from other movies cut together like a trailer, and they're like official. It says the word official on it. And I'm like, you guys fucking suck. You're the scum of the fucking earth.
Official dumbasses.
And all of the comments are like, no one is fooled by this.
Right.
Like,
that's.
But it has like
when you said knockoff movie trailer, I was thinking like instead of The Fault in Our Stars, it's like The Fault in Our Cars, and it's fucking LA traffic at like 3 p.m.
That would be a really funny like
a bunch of
skit.
like spoof fucking titles.
That would be a really funny skit for like a sketch comedy.
Oh my god. Instead of Ghostbusters, it's like Ghost Dusters, and it's a bunch of dead fucking like butlers and shit like dusting shelves.
Dude, so so The Fault in Our Stars. I read that book.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
Oh, really? I haven't read
it.
Yeah,
no, it's like genuinely good. It's a good book. I read it in one sitting too. Like I read it start to back without stopping. And yeah, no, I cried my eyes out. It was genuinely a good book, and that was after I saw the movie.
The Outsiders made me cry. And then I saw the movie and it made me cry some more.
I never read The Outsiders. That wasn't
It's a,
a thing for me in
it's a good
school.
book. It's a good book. Have you read Touching
There's a
Spirit
lot of
Bear?
stuff that I didn't read in school that a lot of other people did. Like I didn't have to read To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh, I didn't have to read that one either.
I didn't have to read Catcher in the Rye.
Didn't have to. So we got like when we got to that level of reading, it was like pick a book, and I never picked like the two popular ones, so I just missed out.
My thing was I switched high schools after my sophomore year, and it's like the high school that I switched to had the inverse reading schedule. So I just read the same books twice.
That's fucked up.
No, it was awesome because I'm
I
an
mean,
expert on Fahrenheit 451 now.
I love that book too.
I really
never,
do love
I
that
never
book.
did my summer reading. Like there was assigned summer reading we would get from English class every year, and the teacher would be like, "Before you come into my classroom." Nope. I was the king of bullshit book reports. Bro, I passed my AP language class with flying colors, and I was supposedly reading a Sherlock Holmes book, and we're supposed to tear apart like the rhetoric and stuff. So I just opened the bitch to a random page, took out one paragraph, and talked about the rhetoric for it. Got an A.
That's funny.
I am fucking the worst about like actually doing reading assignments. It started in
Yeah,
fifth grade. It was a Jerry Spinelli book, but I don't know which one it was. And so
I know it wasn't Maniac McGee because you told me you
no,
haven't
I've
read
read
that one.
that. But
Was it Stargirl? Is that one of
no, it
them?
wasn't Stargirl either. I can't remember the name. But like I had the whole assignment was like draw a picture of a scene that happened in this chapter. So like I just read like the first paragraph of the chapter and it's like this guy and this guy were talking outside by the locker. So I just drew two guys talking by the locker. And fucking everybody else in my little reading group drew what happened like when they went inside the classroom. Like I guess there was a bigger event. And my teacher was like, "So what?"
Milkweed?
No. Dude, I don't even remember.
Was it a new book when you were in school?
I couldn't tell you, dude. That was like 11, 12 years ago.
Report to the principal's office?
I don't know. It could have been. I don't even. Could have been any one
Space
of those.
Station 7th grade?
Dude, you're making me. I feel called out. Are you calling me out on a book that I didn't read? And I'm telling you right now, I didn't read it and faked the book report.
I love books, man. I always have.
Am I being roasted? I feel like I'm being roasted because I'm not. That's funny.
I've genuinely always loved books for real. So you said 5th grade. I I did book reports in 5th grade on the ones that I can remember. I for fun read Bridge to Terabithia.
That's fucked
Bad
up.
time.
That's fucked
Bad
up.
time.
I read that one and I saw that. That's
And that
fucked up.
was literally it was right before the movie came out, and it was also right after my mom died. So I was like getting really attached to
Dude,
these
no.
characters. I was like, oh man, I love the fun that they're having. And then boom, Leslie or whatever her name is, she dies.
Yeah. A that, B the lovely bones goes in that same basket. I can't. Ugh.
I think we've talked about this
Did we?
before. I
don't know
don't
if we did it
like
on a.
no, not Lovely Bones in general, but I don't like um it wasn't on a podcast. It was on the Milktown horror movie tier list.
Okay.
I don't like content that features non-consensual
Yeah, no, me
sexual
neither.
activities.
I was shocked. I didn't know until I don't remember who told me to read it. Could have been my older sister. She had a copy of the book, and I ended up. She like left for college and left all of her books like just there. And I hated it. I hated it. I hated it. It hurt. And I watched the movie because I'd already read the book. The movie handles it much better, and like because in a book you have to use words, and I don't like how descriptive they were in that book. I wanted to throw up.
Yeah.
But the movie was just like cut to black, and I was like, thank fuck for cutting to black. Like anyway, there's some books that are fucked up, man. And then my older sister also had like a
True.
lot of like romantic drama books. I never read any of those, but like
Yeah, I also so speaking of 5th grade, so I also read there was a book called Tuck Everlasting. They made a movie about
I've
it
heard of that.
back in the day.
Hmm.
That really kind of influenced me in a weird way. Now that I'm thinking about it,
How
because I
so?
don't remember like any of the plot points, but just like it feels like okay. So I do. Okay, I lied. I remember some of the plot points now. I'm thinking about it. So Tuck Everlasting. Tuck is immortal. He's a man that's immortal,
Okay.
or man boy like 17, I think. Um, and he meets this young lady, and the book is about their romance or whatever.
Hmm.
But yeah, Tuck Everlasting, dude. That was I think that was the first book that like really introduced me to like relationships in general when I was in like 5th grade. And then right after that I was like, "Oh yeah, that was good, but I'm a boy. I like boy things." So I read Treasure Island.
I was gonna ask you if you've ever read Treasure Island. I love that book.
I love Treasure Island. Yeah, Robert Louis Stevenson, man.
It
I genuinely fuck with pirates though in general.
it made me wonder, like, the actual science behind hiding in a potato barrel and sucking on potatoes for water, and how viable that whole thing would be. Um, but yeah, there was another. Oh, The Little Prince. I read that in 6th grade. And it's
Little
basic.
Prince. Is that what got made into the Netflix show?
I don't know. But it started. It was originally in French, and then they translated it to English. It's
Mm.
basically Alice in Wonderland, but for like outer space, and it's not Alice. It's the Little Prince instead. It's weird. It's like a strange fever dream that I don't quite remember any of the plot. But
So 5th grade specifically, I had 3 separate teachers. I only went through 5th grade once, by the way. But the first school that I started, I switched schools a lot.
Hmm.
But 5th grade was kind of the last big one before my high school years. So the first school I went to in 5th grade, we had 2 teachers. So we do half of the day with one teacher, half of the day with the other teacher, and one teacher was more like language and creative stuff,
Hmm.
or like language and history and stuff like that, and the other teacher with math and science.
Okay, yeah.
Um, my language teacher there, his name was Mr. Haight, and
Well,
I
that's.
remember him specifically. It's
I was
Haight.
thinking that. I was like, what's the spelling of that? Because it definitely isn't. Anyway, go
Yeah.
on.
But he was like a really fantastic out loud reader, like a great narrator.
Okay.
And he would read us books. He read us the How to Train Your Dragon books. He also read like some Roald Dahl books. I think the one that stands out to me was the BFG and then the
Hmm.
Witches.
Okay.
Um yeah, so he was awesome. And then when I switched schools, I had another 5th grade teacher. She's married now, and her last name has changed. I don't know what it is, but her name was Miss O'Brien, and she was also an incredible narrator. Like did the
Hmm.
voices, had great tone, like good inflection and stuff.
Hmm.
And she was such a good narrator that she made me interested in books that I would have never read on my own.
Okay.
For example, like I mentioned earlier, I was like, yeah, this is good, but I'm a boy. I want to read boy stuff. She read us a book, and I don't remember what it is. It was like Princess Academy or like
Hmm.
Esperanza Rising or something like that.
Esperanza Rising is a good fucking book. Do not
It's really
sleep
good.
on Esperanza.
It's
If
really
you're
good.
listening to that, go fucking read that book. It's a wonderful book. It's a wonderful, very progressive narrative. It's great. Go fucking read it, please.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of
Please.
Esperanza
Oh my
Rising.
god, please.
But yeah, no, she really introduced me to a lot of stuff that I
Yo.
would have never read on my own. But yeah, so I specifically remembered Esperanza Rising, but there's another one, and the scene that I remember in the book, and I will never be able to just Google this,
Hmm.
but it's literally like an academy on learning how to be a princess, and I tried Googling Princess Academy, and I don't think that's it.
Huh.
But they were walking with books on their head
Hmm.
in high heels,
Oh my god.
and and the writing, the prose, it was like you walk from toe to heel, like toe heel, toe heel,
Oh,
toe
okay.
heel. uh, so yeah, no, I fucking can't remember that. But yeah,
uh,
I had 2 very great narrating teachers, which really I read so many books in 5th grade.
Mm.
So many fucking
The
books. That was also
way
right when Go ahead.
the way they split up the classes, similar to what you were saying, where you had two teachers, they just took the students who were better at one thing and gave them that class. So like there would be a set of three fifth grade teachers. If the student was better at English, they'd go here. If they're better at math, they go there. And if they needed a little help in both, they'd go to another teacher. And that was it.
Okay.
And that one teacher taught all the subjects. And I'm thinking back, like, I never had a teacher who was a bad narrator because they had me on the English path the whole time. I'm like, I had a lot of really good narrating teachers, and they were really teaching us about culture and accepting each other way back then. Like, I realized a lot of other schools didn't do that, but like my school really was like, instead of reading regular like Cinderella, they were like, this is the story of Cinderella, but from Cambodia, and it's completely different. And I'm like, yo, fucking sweet. And they read
Okay.
like the original Aladdin, which is from China, by the way. Um, you didn't know that.
Okay.
So just different fairy tales from different cultures, and I thought it was pretty cool. Made me have a little bit more respect for things I would not normally have thought about.
Yeah, that is pretty sweet.
Now you're making me want to find this Princess Academy shit. Toe Heel is
I
gonna be
did.
stuck
I
in my
found
head.
it.
Oh, did you?
It's
Okay.
yeah. Okay, so the artwork changed in between the first release and now,
Yeah.
and I was only seeing the updated artwork, but
Mhm.
seeing the original artwork, I'm like, oh yeah, that's it. So it was Princess Academy.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, so another fucking that was my 5th grade for me was right when um so Holes had already been out. Holes by Louis Sakar.
I think we talked a little bit about like how the movie did not portray like the main character the right way. I
Yeah,
don't know
no,
if it
not
was
at
you, and I
all.
was like, dude, I when the movie came out, I was like, where's my fat guy? Like not to
Yeah,
be
no,
that
I
guy,
wanted
but
Fat Stanley, yeah.
like the book was like he was fat and like unattractive. That was like the whole point. Why did we change it? I don't know, Hollywood, I guess, but like
Well, I mean, in all fairness, it probably wouldn't have been good for the self-esteem of a young actor who would be considered overweight in
yeah.
that business at that time. Probably would have not been good for them to go into it like, yeah, you're fat, you suck, and make it true to the story.
Yeah, yeah, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, the behind the, oh man, never mind. Okay, holes, you get a pass for now. I almost said hose. Okay,
so
hose, you get a pass for
so
now.
I'll never hate the Holes movie for that, but I did get it. But 5th grade for me was right when the sequel to Holes came out. The sequel to Holes is called Small Steps,
Okay.
and it follows Armpit, and it's so good. It's so fucking good. I cried my eyes out reading Small Steps. It's so fucking good. Armpit, after he leaves Camp Green Lake, he goes back and he's trying to be good. He's trying to be a good kid because
Right.
obviously his two friends, Zero and Stanley, they got fucking rich off of sploosh or whatever.
Yeah.
And like he's got a little bit of money. They gave him some money. They gave everybody from D-Tent a little bit of money. And it's not like he's like crazy well off, but he's not struggling like he was. He's not
Right.
having to steal and stuff.
Right.
But he meets this little girl that's got like MS or something like that, or like
Oh.
what's the one where your lungs fill up with mucus?
Oh, I don't remember. That's not bronchitis. That's
No,
I'm like bronchitis is something else. I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it'd be called.
I'll look it up while I'm talking. But he meets this little girl that has this disease, and he's like trying to do right by her,
Hmm.
and cystic fibrosis,
Ah,
something
okay.
like that. But he's like trying to do right by her, and she just wants to meet this pop star.
Huh.
And it's the whole book is about Armpit trying to get her to a concert so she can meet this pop star, and like it's really well written and it's fucking great. Even if you're an adult, I recommend reading Small Steps, especially if you
So,
didn't know it existed.
have you read Touching Spirit Bear ever?
Touching Spirit Bear?
Yeah.
No.
Whack. It's a really good book. Similar genre to Holes, kind of. Um, about wayward kids and trying to do better. Um, I don't want to spoil what happens, but it's all really good stuff.
Dude, Small Steps has a 4.6 rating with 2,000 reviews.
Damn. What's Milktown got? Milktown, the book, the movie, the video game.
Oh, she has cerebral palsy. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
Oh, have you seen Matilda? Just like the movie or the book?
The movie Matilda with Danny DeVito?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that. Young Mara Wilson.
Yeah.
I think that's her name.
Yeah, and I always tell people that is the kids' version of Carrie. Have you seen Carrie?
Yeah.
It really is. And when I say that, people are like, man, that's kind of right. How could you say that? But like, also that's really true. Yeah, I'm like, dude, that's just Carrie for kids.
Dude, I didn't know Louis C.K. wrote the Wayside series.
You're always learning something new on Milktown, and then you learn even more new things, and then you come back.
We should try to get Louis C.K. on here. Is he still alive? He is. He's still alive.
I'm like, I just wanted you to email his agent and be like, excuse me, is he still alive by chance? Can he come to the phone right now? Oh, wow.
Yeah, no, he's got a website with a contact form. I should totally try to fuck it. Louis C.K., that'd be sick. I would love to talk to Louis C.K. I've read most of that stuff. I just didn't know the Wayside stuff was him.
I haven't checked the Milktown pod email lately. Do we have any questions?
I check every day. No, we
check
don't.
every day? No. Well, I have a question.
What's up?
What was the first book you ever read? Do you remember
that? When you say first book, do you mean like including the kindergarten books like Ben has a ball, Ben can run?
All that, like the first.
Man, I don't remember any of this. The only ones that I remember like the Mercer Mayer books with the little like aardvark kid.
Mm-hmm.
I remember there was a series of books that were like emotions. They were like really doodly emotions. Actually, like, I can probably mimic one real quick.
The precursor to Inside Out.
They were like,
I'm interested to see this drawing now.
And granted, like, this is not me being a bad artist. They genuinely were like, kind of shittily drawn.
Not bad, but check this out.
They were like kind of shittily drawn.
I like that.
I'm not a terrible artist. I think I've mentioned this too.
You were telling me about that. Oh, now you gotta bolster your portfolio now.
Hold on. Kids books.
I was thinking of like not touching Spirit Bear, goddamn it. The Hungry Caterpillar and shit like that.
Oh, Very Hungry Caterpillar, yeah.
Yeah, Very Hungry Caterpillar. And then there was another one. Do not open this book. Do you remember big books? Did you guys have those? Where they were just like giant prints of books and fucking the teacher would breaking my heart.
Rainbow Fish. I remember Rainbow Fish. I was watching a VHS copy of Rainbow Fish when 9/11 happened.
I was watching something on PBS. I think. I wasn't at school. I wasn't old enough for school yet. So I think PBS, something was on PBS and my aunt was there. And we were watching, I can't even tell you now, but yeah. And then they were like, I can't
No David.
Yeah, no David. That little asshole. Man, David was just fucking, that man was running amok. David belongs in the book holes. That man was fucking, nobody was stopping David from doing whatever the fuck he wanted to.
We don't know anything about the other tents at Camp Green Lake. Like David could have been.
David was there. I'm telling you. If anyone was there, it was fucking David, all right? Remember no David. If you
I'm literally trying to Google. Yeah, that's on here too.
Yeah.
That one fucks. That one's good. I'm literally Googling like popular kids books 2000 because that's when I was in kindergarten.
Yeah, Miss Wishy Washy. Fucking classic.
I remember that. Amelia Bedelia's on here.
Amelia Bedelia sucked ass. No, I like the books, but like she fucked everything up. they'd be like vacuum the living room, and she'd fucking like open a black hole in the fucking living room because she was fucking.
You want to talk about a kid's book that fucking fucks, dude?
Go.
Click Clack Moo.
I've never heard of that.
Click Clack Moo. It's so funny that I host a podcast called Milktown now because I've been talking about Click Clack Moo for the last 20 fucking years. Click Clack Moo is incredible. It's about cows who break into their farmer's house and they type a story on his typewriter. It's called Click Clack Moo.
Is that not
fucking awesome?
Fucking Barnyard. Remember the animated movie Barnyard?
Never watched it.
God damn it. What about like the show Back at the Barnyard?
Never watched it.
God damn it. All right. Anyway, moving on.
But yeah, dude, that shit was mad funny. I love that book.
A group of cows is that fucking really?
I'm telling you, dude, Click Clack Moo is the winner. I have no idea what this fucking book series is.
What's it called?
I don't know.
What if you don't know? What's Google telling you?
I don't even know what to Google. Like kids' books.
Oh, you're thinking
poorly drawn emotions.
Let me know if it nets you the result you want.
It did.
Are we allowed to pull those up on? Are we allowed to pull those up on the podcast without fear of?
I think fair use at this point if we're discussing it.
All right, share that screen, boy.
Hold on a second. Okay, so
you got me intrigued now. I'm like, what the hell's going on?
I guess I just have to Google the author because it gave me the collection.
Huh.
Oh my god, those books were written in the 70s.
That's before
I would have never found those if I hadn't Googled poorly drawn emotions.
When I was growing up, I got this. It was like a milk crate, ironically. It looked like a milk crate, but it's for books. And
I had that too.
I can't remember what it was called. I know the monkey was named Zach and the bunny was named Amy. That's what I know. Zach and Amy, because A and Z.
Okay.
And it was to teach you the alphabet and just fucking read books about Zach and Amy. Man, now you got me wanting to Google it, but I don't want to. Man, this is gonna become the Milktown Book Club.
I love that. Okay, share my screen. Right. These were the little characters. It was called the Mr. Men series by Roger Hargreaves.
I remember Mr. Men. They made a fucking cartoon about that, dude.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, they made a cartoon for sure. It was on Cartoon Network. Yeah, man.
It took some Googling to get there, but yeah. So I remembered I wasn't far off. Look at Mr. Happy compared to what I drew. Like that's pretty damn close. I gave him a hat, but I remember the one that popped into my head though. The art that I remembered is the one for Mr. Perfect here. This guy.
I get you. Okay. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Mr. Men was just fucking. I didn't know it was a book series. I just knew it was a Cartoon Network show that I skipped out on.
That's so wild. Yeah, no, those were like the first books that I was reading at 5 years old.
Right.
But yeah, that's the kind of stuff that I used to read. But if we were going to count like the first real book that I read that had some substance, we got to talk about my man Geronimo Stilton.
Yo, the fucking mouse dude. Was he a mouse or a rat?
Yeah, he was a mouse, and he was an Egyptologist.
Yeah, I remember those books, dude. Holy shit.
I love me some Geronimo Stilton. If they ever make an animated Geronimo Stilton series, I want to be involved in any capacity. I could literally just be the voices in the background. That'd be incredible.
So, do you remember Flat Stanley?
Yeah, we actually. So I bet your school probably did this too, but our school made a Flat Stanley that we sent around the world.
Yeah, because they mailed them, but I think he has his background story is up there with fucking Penance. Like
yeah, right.
Because even as a kid, We're reading about Stanley and his brother. Fucking a giant fucking board falls on Stanley and makes him flat. As opposed to crushing his bones and killing him. And his brother is like, yo, why is his brother so calm? Homie just got crushed by a board. I don't. Yeah, no, he's up there with Penance for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's
Milktown
fucking
Cinematic
hilarious.
Universe, Flat Stanley versus Penance. Let's go.
So funny enough, I was looking. So your favorite YouTuber inspired me here.
Okay.
He was. So your favorite YouTuber is Austin McConnell. He's
fucking
currently
love that guy.
working on what he calls his bargain bin superhero cinematic
yeah.
universe. The first one he's making, he's actually kickstarting it right now, and I thought it would be fun if Nate and I, sent him $1,000 so we could be executive producers on his project.
Oh, yo.
But
I just love to meet the guy. To be honest, he's in your state.
He lives like 20 minutes from me.
That's fucking crazy, man. Like,
yeah,
I'd love to meet that guy.
It would be cool, but I was looking at public domain characters and superheroes and stuff like that. Because I kind of got inspired as well, just because and we talk about this a little bit in the Dead episode too, but it would be fun to evolve Milktown past the podcast into all kinds of different content in terms of like making like a Milktown Productions.
Welcome to Milktown Media Partners.
I just think it would be really fun. We are both really creative, and we have different talents in different realms of creativity, and we all know, or we both know.
Sonny's over here. We all know that I'm carrying the team.
No, we both know a lot of also like really creative people. I mean,
That's
for
true.
example, Frusty, who popped in, he makes music. That just one example, but yeah, no, like I would love to create an outlet for those people to also. I very much have an everybody eats mentality. And if
that's good, because I'm hungry. So
me fucking too. I woke up and I ate the rest of my Chinese food.
Fuck yeah. But yeah, man, I feel that that's what I always liked about you. Also, I had a little cry last night because of the Dead episode. Not because I was upset about the episode, but you were so nice to me about it. I was like, hey man, things got fucked up. And you were just like, dude, it's cool. And that made me feel happy. I just thought everybody should know Sonny's such a nice fucking guy.
I'm sitting where I am now. I was playing PGA Tour with my brother. He wanted to play the Milktown course, which available now, by the way. You can go and play it. Just search Milktown. It's the only course that pops up. We were playing that course, and Nate's messaging me. He's like, yeah, the video's busted. The audio still works. Video's busted. And I was like, okay, keep the audio. No big deal. And he was like, he's like, man, I'm sorry. Like, I just didn't have an original. I'm like, dude, it really doesn't matter. Like, we can just talk again. I don't care. It's all good.
I just thought, I wasn't sure. I don't know. Like I said, I've worked with other people before who are like super, and then some people are like, whatever. So it's like,
it would be different if this was like, we don't. I don't want to say we don't put effort into this, but it's not like we don't sit down and script it out, and there's not accompanying things for this.
Bro, I just blew that $15,000 from the movie studio, bro, and the file's corrupted. I don't know.
Yeah, that would be a different story, because I'd be like,
what the
we're
fuck?
fucking fucked.
Yeah, we are. No, it was cool, and then, yeah, so that'll be an episode for another time.
Yeah, like this is an $8 overlay that I bought off of Etsy.
Yeah, really fucking cool, by the way. I don't know who the artist is, but it's really fucking dope.
Yeah. No, it's honestly, it's not a big deal. Like we talk all the time anyway.
I was telling, because when I was texting you, I was with AGD. I'd hung out with them for like 2 seconds after the stream because we were doing the FNF stuff, and I was like, man, Sonny's so fucking nice, man. And Pale was like, dope, because he's pale. But like, I was just telling him, and I was like, "So Pale, like, have you seen, the end of season one?" He's like, "No, man, I can't watch it." And I'm like, "Why? Why not?" He's like, "Cause that means it ends." And I'm like, "Dude, we're doing more." And he's like, "I know, but for me, that'll be the end of season one, and I don't want to live with that until the next episode comes out." So now he always wants to have an episode to. He
Dude,
wants security that we're gonna keep going.
that's such bullshit too, because I've been checking that YouTube video specifically for Pale's comments.
Yeah.
Because I go in there and I respond to everybody.
Yeah, he fucking goes. He's like, it's a finale, so I need to wait until you guys start your next. And I'm like,
there's no break.
I'm like, it's not a big break. He's like, well, think about it, Nate. For me, it's the end as a viewer, and I'm like, Pale, god damn it.
It's an arbitrary thing that we decided to do this.
Yeah.
We found out like, yeah, we're gonna do a video episode like 2 weeks ago. We're gonna transition to video. And then we were like, okay, well, we're on episode 9. I was like, how about we just do 10, make it a nice round number before we transition?
Yeah.
And Nate's like, that sounds awesome. And then during recording, we were like, yeah, end of season 1.
Yeah.
And then, but it was literally just to do this. Like,
yeah. No, it's just so funny. Pale's so funny. He cracks me up.
But in all fairness, my best friend messaged me about that.
I was
too.
about to say Andrew, right?
Yeah, Andrew messaged me too because he was
Um,
like, "When's the next episode gonna be?" And I was like, Monday. There's no break."
Yeah, I love how supportive he. Like, I'll post stuff just for me on social media, or like for the Nostalgia Nate branding stuff, and he's always liking my stuff. Always, I'm like, dude, that's so fucking cool. What a guy.
He genuinely likes what we're doing.
Yeah.
He's not just being a good best friend. Like he talks with me about it. He'll message me and talk with me about stuff that we talked about.
Mhm.
Yeah, he genuinely likes what we're doing. And what's funny is I tried to give my brother an update because there's something that I know about that no one else knows about.
Mhm.
Nate kind of knows about it. He doesn't know the details.
No, I don't.
So I have to tell people that don't care. Because I want to talk about it. My older brother doesn't watch the podcast, and I was giving him this update last night, and he goes, "Yeah, dude, I don't care about your podcast." He's like, I grew up with you. I've had your best. It's cool that other people get to experience how cool you are now, but he's like, I don't need that. It's like I see you all the time.
No, my brother is into it. He'll message me. When we first started the podcast, he was like, well, first he noticed the number on my Twitch had gone way up from when he first followed, which was like when I started, and I had like 9 people following me. So he saw that go from 9 to like 200 and whatever. And he messaged me. He went, Nate, what the fuck? And I'm like, dude, I told you I was gonna work hard and maybe things would take off. And I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, here's a podcast episode. He's like, you have a podcast? What the hell? Like, he was very impressed.
That's funny.
Even though he did grow up with me, I'm sure he likes listening to podcasts while he's working because he works at a laundromat. So, a lot of downtime to listen. But he's just like, yeah, man, when's the next one? When's the next podcast? When's the next stream? He doesn't want to talk to me. He doesn't even ask how I am. He's like, where's the content? Where's the content, man? When you gonna come? I'm like, damn it.
Ease me, brother.
No, but it's really sweet of him. He on his Instagram, I think I brought this up, but like on his Instagram bio, he has my Twitch channel or my YouTube channel, one of the two.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, that's very nice of you.
So. And that was in the Virginity Sword episode as well.
Some things never change.
This is a Kingdom Hearts season 1 or season 2 episode 1 now. It's just like Milktown episode 3 Virginity Sword remix.
Yeah, I was about to say it was some long ass title. Remix, Redux, Remastered. Sunny Days version.
Yeah, right. This is the midnight sun of podcast episodes.
Well, since everybody knows about the big botch, you guys should know we're in the weekend now. Do you have anything planned for the rest of your weekend? Or I guess this is going to come out on Monday, so for that week.
No, but actually, so I do want to talk about this though. I am playing another disc golf tournament soon.
All right.
On the 25th of this month, so that is a Saturday. It is a nationals qualifier for doubles for
Mhm.
amateurs. And nationals will be in Rock Hill, South Carolina. So if my brother and I do well enough, we could likely go and play doubles nationals, which would be cool.
In the better Carolina. I'm just kidding. I have no idea which Carolina's better.
Wow, I've definitely spent more time in South Carolina. That's for sure.
I do that with the Dakotas as well. I'm like, the better Dakota. I don't fucking know. I've never been to either.
They should just combine into Dakota.
Well, if they combined, we'd be back down to 50 because we could add Puerto Rico to the states, and then
We would never add Puerto Rico.
I know.
There's a whole litany of reasons why,
A whole
but yeah,
gaggle.
Puerto Rico would never be a state. Neither will Guam.
Is the I said gaggle, but that made me think of this. Is it the owls where there's a group of them and they're called the Parliament?
Yep,
Okay,
Parliament of Owls.
gotcha.
Oh, so fun fact. I love collective nouns. I think they're ridiculous.
Hmm.
So, like, that's collective noun. You take a group of a thing,
Hmm.
you give it a name to represent that. So you've got like
Hmm.
a pod of whales, you've got a herd of elephants, you've got a gaggle of geese.
A pack of wolves.
My thing is, not everything has collective nouns that should.
Okay.
And a couple of years back, I came up with a few that I really like, and I'm going to share with you now.
Okay.
So, if you've got several Chads hanging out, it's a fraternity of Chads.
Okay. That's valid.
I think it fits. I think it's
Yeah.
good. Now, if you've got multiple Karens in one place, that's a nightmare. But I think you would call a group of Karens a complaint. This is a complaint of Karens.
That's a complaint of care. We're using that. No. No. I'm tweeting right now. I'm making the tweet right now. Fuck that. Nope. It's a complaint.
I've
I'm
always
tweeting right now. You got me fucked up.
Yeah, those were the two that I came up with back in like 2019.
That's fucking hilarious.
I specifically like the complaint of Karens.
Complaint of care.
He's legit tweeting
I am
this
tweeting
right now.
this right now. That's right.
Make sure to hashtag Milktown Podcast on that.
I'm doing it. Shag Milktown. Milkyown. Milkmound. Speaking of Milktown, do you have our milk fact? This might have been the longest we've gone without you even telling us a milk fact, dude.
I do have a milk fact. So, in Sicily, there is a type of cheese that is illegal almost everywhere in the world.
Why?
That's because it contains an ingredient that is deemed not safe for human consumption.
Mm-hmm.
So this cheese essentially is Pecorino Romano. Pretty
Okay.
standard salty cheese,
Mhm.
usually shaved over some pasta. Pretty
Yeah.
tasty cheese. This version of Pecorino Romano is called Kazumartsu, Kazumartsu, something like that. Kazumarsu.
Okay.
So Kazumarsu is made by leaving Pecorino Romano outside,
Mm-hmm.
and flies lay their eggs in it. The larvae hatch and eat the eggs, or
Mm-hmm.
not eat the eggs, they eat the cheese, and they live inside the cheese.
That's
and
disgusting.
The living maggots are what make the cheese illegal.
No shit.
Because that's how people they eat. They're basically in there just shitting it up. But yeah, it's a real thing.
That's disgusting.
It's pretty disgusting. Yeah, for sure. And so mythical chef Josh from Mythical Kitchen, he collaborated with a chip company to recreate these dangerous flavors for chips.
Wow.
One is a Kazumartsu flavored chip. Another is like blowfish flavored.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can't remember what the other one is. But yeah, it's they're not They don't contain any of those ingredients, but they're supposed to taste like them, in case anyone is curious.
Could have gone my whole life without that one, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know why you would ever want to eat. Or excuse me, it's not Sicily, it's Sardinia in Corsica. But yeah, no, disgusting, and that's my milk fact for today. I'm sorry.
You're good. I see why you're so hesitant. You're gonna I'm gonna wait, gonna really let that simmer for a minute. But
well, you gotta let it simmer, otherwise the maggots don't get your shit in it.
You're disgusting. So for the weekend, I'm gonna go out on a
get in some cheese.
Cherry. Maybe not order any cheese. But for the week, okay. I mean, it's gonna be my birthday, man. It'll be my birthday week. I'm not one of those people who has a birthday month or birthday week. I celebrate on the day, and that's about it. Maybe the weekend. Mm-hmm. So I will be 23 on June 16th, and I don't know what I'm gonna do.
You're gonna record a podcast.
Well, yeah. Now that we know how to do that without breaking the video, but I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do, to celebrate. Haven't decided. I was thinking of maybe doing like a stream, because all the streamers do birthday streams. But we'll see. Who knows?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Another meeting with my therapist the day before. That'll be good.
We could do a live episode of Milktown for your birthday.
That would be cool too. We gotta have like all these special editions of Milktown. There's like Milktown Dark, where it's just like shit we never made public. And then, well, we don't have shit we never made public, but it's just shit that like went wrong and I held on to it. And then there's Milktown Live, which is like when we go live. Maybe just once a month, make one of the episodes like live, download the VOD and upload that.
Yeah, we could do that. We need to figure out how to cue the music then in stream to where it like plays the music in, so it's like the actual start, so we don't have to edit it into it.
Oh, I can set up a scene for that. We're on that.
Sweet.
I have scenes that do that already. If you've seen my like Be Right Back or my Starting Soon. The music snaps in when I switch scenes. So it's great.
Well, it would be more like a transition. It would just be a 13-second transition.
Just hold the scene for that long. It'll be
okay.
We can figure it out.
Well, yeah, that would be fun. I think it would be fun to do a live Milktown for your birthday.
Milktown was filmed in front of a live studio audience.
We could also have your Friday night frights people come on.
Oh, that'd be cool too.
Mm-hmm.
Pale would like that. Huh, Pale? Tell us you'd like that. Watch this fucking episode, Pale.
How about you tell us you would like that in the comments? And speaking of comments, go ahead and drop one of those. Leave a like and subscribe, and make sure to punch that notification bell so you know whenever we upload.
You've been practicing that since our dark.
I haven't. No.
Oh no, you're just that good.
I am naturally a promoter.
Fair enough.
But yeah, this is
maybe hit like.
God damn it.
Comment and subscribe for Riku.
This is what you wanted, Pale. You wanted to see these reactions? God damn it.
All right.
Well, this has been the first episode of season 2 of Milktown. Do you have anything going on this week other than your birthday?
Nope. Work, therapy, birthday.
Work therapy.
I could use some work therapy too. I could just talk to my normal therapist for that. Anyway.
Yeah.
I'm Nate of the Nostalgia Clan.
You caught me off guard with that, and I couldn't think of anything fast enough. God damn it!
I am ruining your ending, and I'm keeping all this in too.
I'm the town barker, Sonny. That's what I've got. I'm fucking Sonny says stuff. You know that. You know that.
I have you listed. Last thing, I have you listed on my link tree. I updated it. It says Sonny Says Stuff, podcast partner, and sayer of stuff.
I have been known to say things. Yeah,
All
that's
right.
awesome. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. And we'll see
I
you
think you
guys.
guys are on
Oh,
my link tree. I've got I've got you and like Raven the Kid and stuff on mine.
sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys.
Anyway,
So
I hope you guys have a great fucking week.
he's always looked like
Do
that when he
it.
said it.
Do it. Just do it.
Fuck.